So we're applying the cylinder and sphere volume formulas to application of algebra. It just means that we don't actually have a number, we just have some letters in there instead. The formulas stay the same. The key part in the question is the fact that something is equal. So the volume of the cylinder is equal to the volume of the sphere. So first of all, the volume of the cylinder is the area of the circle times by h, and then the volume of the sphere is a formula that we normally get given in the exams, and that is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So for each of them we're going to work out the actual volume, put them equal to each other, and then rearrange to get h equals. So let's start with the volume of the cylinder. So the area of the circle is pi r squared. In this case, r is 2x and h is just h. So the volume of the cylinder is pi times 2x in brackets squared times by the h, and then I can simplify that to pi times 4x squared times h. Now I can write that neater if I wanted to. At the moment I'm just going to leave it like that. And then switching to the sphere, we've got the 4 over 3 times pi, and in this case r is equal to 3x. So I'm going to times 3x and cube that. Now I'm putting it in brackets so I don't forget to cube that the 3. So when I expand that out, I'm going to get 27x cubed. I'm then going to simplify that because I can divide the 27 by 3 and then times it by 4. So the volume is actually going to be 36 pi x cubed. So I'll just say that again why I've got 36. So the 27 divided by 3 gives you 9, but then I've still got the 4, so 9 times 4 gives you that 36, and then the pi and the x cubed comes down. So now I've got the two separate things, I'm going to put them equal to each other and rearrange. So we've got pi times 4x squared times h, and that is equal to the 36 pi x cubed. So we're going to cancel out what we can on both sides, so we end up with h on its own, hopefully. So we can see that the pi is on both sides, so we can cross that off. The x squared and the x cubed, I can cancel out 2 x's from the left and 2 x's from the right, so that's going to leave me with the 1x on the right, and I can divide by 4, so that's going to leave me with 9 on that side. So I will end up with h on its own, and I'm going to be left with the 9 and the x, which I haven't been crossed off. So that is the value of h in this case. So here is a similar question where you've got a cylinder and a sphere again having the same volume. The radius is 2r on the left and the radius is right, just r on the cylinder. So try and set out the two equations like we did in a minute ago, and then you're told that h is 64, so try and rearrange that so you get the answer of just pi r equals. Okay, so pause the video and have a go on your action sheet. So the volume of the sphere, I'll say it again, is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So we're going to do 4 over 3 pi and then 2r is inside the cube part. So then I can expand that out. Cubed, and then I can simplify that to 32 over 3 pi r cubed. Let's look at the cylinder, which is just going to be pi r squared times h, and we're told that h is 64 in the question, so the volume is 64 pi r squared. We're then going to put the two equations together. And I can see I can cancel quite a lot out already. So I can cancel the pi out from both sides. I can cancel r squared from both sides, so that r squared and the cubed will go, leaving me with just r. And then I want to move that 32 over 3 to the other side. So when I divide by that, so I'm left with r on the left. And then when I move the 32 on the other side, I'm going to divide that to give me 2, times it by the 3 is going to give me 6. Now in this particular question, it's asking for the volume of the sphere in terms of pi. So to do that, we're going to just substitute the r is 6 into the volume of the sphere. So I'm going to put it on the top of the page. So it's going to be 4 over 3 times pi times by 12 cubed, because r is 6, so 2r is going to give me 12. And that will cancel out and leave you with 2304 pi. But I'm not too fussed about that part of the question. It's getting the two equations equal to each other as we go through. But you can see how much working out you need for each question, so that's what we're hoping to see as you attempt the two questions coming up. So on your action sheet, you're going to just draw out the shapes with the dimensions on, and then answer the question. It's very similar to the first one, so you can follow that through if you need to again. On your action sheet with all the working out as you go through. And then there is a second question as well, so you'll need to pause the video to answer the second question as well. And then I'll give you the two answers, but all that working out has got to be on the action sheet for your teacher to check. So pause when needed. This is the second question. It's the same style as the second example. H though is 16. So to check your answers, H, leave it as a fraction. You can do it as a decimal, but leave it as a fraction, it's neater. 32 over 27x is your H value, and then using 16 you can calculate that R is 1.5, and if you went on to do the volume, excellent for you. So just check, comment on your work for your teacher. All that working out should be on your action sheet, please. But excellent work if you got this far. Well done.